A milestone passed in a major project at KCI, and tonight we have a look inside the construction of the new terminal. My co-anchor Dia Wall live at the airport with more. Dia, this is exciting.
You know, your eyes do not deceive you, Kevin Holmes. You say I got the hard hat, I got on the vest. This isn't just for show. We are on a real construction site. And Edgemore, all the companies involved, the airport, they're really celebrating 2 years that they've been under construction. And that means there are just 2 years to go. Check out what it looks like. This is going to be the area that people walk into when they come to the new terminal here at Kansas City International Airport. Wide open, windows, floor to ceiling. I mean, you can just feel how wide open this space is going to be. A lot of exciting stuff to show you today. And this single terminal is going to replace that multi-terminal system that we all know from the good old traditional KCI, right? We got some video of when Terminal A was demolished. That was about 2 years ago. And that really kick-started that, hey, we're in business. It's time to build this new terminal here. And so 41 Action News reporter Ariel Rothield is here with me. She came out today. They finally let us on the construction site. Ariel, let us get inside that gate to get an up-close look at what this terminal is shaping up to be.
Well, Dia, it was exciting. Right now, we are standing outside where passengers will arrive to the new terminal. And when they walk in, they'll walk past some of those glass doors that you described, and they'll see the big, open, brand new single terminal, which looks a lot different than the current terminals at KCI. While the new terminal still looks like a construction site, you can see how open and light it will be when completed. We walk through the new terminal as if we were a passenger walking to our flight. There will be 70 check-in counters and 18 security lanes for all 39 gates. For each gate, there will be 110 to 130 seats with bathrooms nearby. In fact, this new terminal will have double the amount of restrooms post-security than the current terminals have now.
You can really see now what the buildings are going to look like. And in a year from now, you will see a lot of concrete out here and boarding bridges. Next summer, we'll start installing the boarding bridges. So most of the concrete will be in place and the glass boarding bridges will be coming in. So it'll start looking more like an airport than a construction site.
So a fun fact that we learned on our tour today, the first beam was installed exactly a year ago. So all of this just transpired in the last year. Coming up tonight on 41 Action News at 10, we will give you that first-person view and walk you through this brand new terminal. We'll send it back to you, Dia.
Ariel, thanks for that. And, you know, I know she mentioned the 70 counters and how much action is going to be in here, but I wanted to show you one of my favorite vantage points. Once passengers come in, you can see the path that they are going to walk. It's a little preview. I'm not going to give away all of Ariel's story tonight, but you can see how vast and wide open that space is to take you from the entrance of the terminal down to where the gates are going to be located. The sun is shining. It's a beautiful day. And it's really exciting. I mean, this is a fun project to get to see up close for the first time in those 2 years. I mean, we've kind of gotten that high level, far out view, but being up close and personal has been really cool. I talked to the senior managing director with Edgemore about this project, what it took to get to this point, making sure they're making good on their promises, and then what some of the challenges have been.
First and foremost, COVID over the last year has been a challenge that no one could have predicted. But I'm so proud of the team and how they worked and managed and put safety first.
Next, we talked about the timeline and cost of this project.
We are on schedule. We are on budget. The aviation department last fall sold the final series of bonds to pay for the project, and they actually got a lower interest rate than they did for the first series. So financially, we're in great shape.
We also got a preview of some of the details that will define this space.
Kansas City is the city of fountains, so we will have a fountain design in the new terminal. We wanted to make sure that the restaurants reflect Kansas City so that when you land, you know where you are. And so things like that is what people wanted to see. They wanted to maintain the convenience that exists today in the current airport. So we've worked hard to try and bring those elements into the new terminal.
2 years in, it was time to open up this construction site where Edgemore is confident they're building the terminal of the future.
We're getting there. We got 2 more years. We're on budget. We're on schedule, but it's going to be a great asset. You're going to love this new terminal. You're going to have a phenomenal experience coming in, and it's going to represent the best of Kansas City.
So I had a little bit of skepticism about the on time and on budget part. I will tell you that. So they actually broke up this single terminal into 14 separate kind of projects. And so they've been able to manage those all individually, kind of taking a bite of an elephant, one chunk at a time. That's kind of the theory there. And so one other really cool thing that I noted when people talk about the budget, you know, Kansas City wants to know about this money. They essentially in the fall came to terms on the guaranteed budget, right? The guaranteed cost of this project. So from this point forward, if it goes over budget, Edgemoor is going to be on the hook for that, not taxpayers. So that's really good news there. And then for another milestone, something to kind of mark on your calendar, this project is set to be watertight by this summer. What does watertight mean? That means that they can do their jobs and work on the terminal here no matter what the weather is. So things are just going to keep on cruising. Some really fun stuff we learned about on this kind of tour we got inside of the new terminal project, halfway in, 2 years to go. So really fun there. Now, coming up, we're going to take a little bit of a look with the I-team. You know, Edgemoor coming in when they got this project made a lot of promises around what they were going to do to ensure a diverse workforce. So we're going to bring you that report coming up after the break.